Damage counters help count damage. Each damage counter
What's with this
10 damage
framing?
points. So, if your Pokemon has 5 damage counters on it, then it has 50 damage. If it has 4 damage counters, that's 40 damage. 3 is 30, and 2 is 90.
What is this shit?
Trainer cards are cool because they can really change the game.
I can't hear you over your fucking kid pick sound effects, dude.
Some let you add or remove damage counters, and some help you get more energy. There are a lot of them, and they all do different things. Even though trainer cards can only be played once, they can change your life forever.
So Pokemon. Everybody knows Pokemon, right? It was a huge phenomenon in the late 90s. It was an anime, a video game, and a trading card game, and it was on the rage, wasn't it?
It was entirely the rage. I remember all the fights I would get into on the yard about that holographic foil Charizard. Everyone was like, you know what I'm saying?
There was a ton of Pokemon shit made in that time, and one of the things that were made was this video, this Pokemon training video, which is, I assume, made for parents to learn to play the Pokemon card game so that they know what their kids are doing. So I get it in that regard, but this video is bizarre, isn't it?
To say the least. I mean, it's one of those things where you think, like, if I were a parent and seeing this, I'd be like, this is making it look like this is a habit that is, like, hurting my child.
I could probably teach a lot of kids to play Pokemon. I play Pokemon every Thursday after school and over the weekends. I've been riding horses for about 9 years. My favorite Pokemon.
I just love riding horses.
What is this, like, cross-faded horse?
The difference between Pokemon cards and horses is that Pokemon cards are a lot easier to clean up.
Now, I know a lot about Pokemon, but I didn't really know how to play the card game before this. But now we watched this video, so now I really don't understand how to play the card game.
I think it has something to do with Mancala beads and, like, energy cards.
Yeah, from the little that I got from this video is that it's kind of just like Magic the Gathering.
Except really condescending, involving a lot of parents not knowing what they're doing.
Yeah, well, this video has a framing device. We see a kid entering a classroom, and we think, oh, it's just business as usual. This kid is going to school. He enters the classroom, and what do you see? The classroom is full of parents. What?
What a role reversal!
So the kid is there to teach these parents how to play the Pokemon card game, and he is not thrilled about it.
Oh.
Yeah, this kid. Yeah, we joked about it, but this kid really looks like he's not having a
less
good
than
time.
enthusiastic about his new teaching job.
Okay, everybody, settle down. Settle down. Settle down. All right.
They weren't doing anything, dude. They were like really quiet.
Okay.
Okay, you know what, Fredo?
Now, in order
You
to
gotta
play
settle
Pokemon,
down.
All right.
Now, in your class, we're gonna learn to play Pokemon because it is a fun game that'll challenge your mind.
What is it, Mom? What do you want?
The parents have questions, and they ask them, and he is very annoyed by them. Like, how dare you ask me a question about Pokemon in this Pokemon class, you dumb parent idiot. Like I said, I don't understand how to play the game, and this really didn't teach it very well.
As two people who only knew that the Pokemon cards existed and that there was a game revolving around them, we didn't learn anything.
I mean, and it goes down to just the way the information is given. The way they explain a lot of strategies is that they'll have this kid in a white background framed horribly. Like, yeah, like
implying that there's something happening with that negative space.
Yeah, like 95% of the frame is just white, and the kid is on the corner, and you can barely see him. It looks really awkward. And whenever these kids explain how you play the game, these horribly distracting sound effects will come up.
Each player has an active Pokemon that they put out front. Active Pokemon are the ones that do that. You can also put 5 other Pokemon on the bench. The Pokemon on your bench go below. In baseball terms,
I can't deal with it. I can't deal with every sound effect kills me.
As much as I love it, it totally like everything it does.
Or the ones on your bench. Bad news is that if your active Pokemon gets knocked out...
That was my favorite part of this, just the weird sound effects, just the bang and boom and boom and boom and
The boing.
yeah, it's out of control.
This is where you find Pokemon's attack. Some need, others need water, lightning, psychic, or fire. There are 6 different types of energy, and you've got to use the right kind to power your Pokemon.
Each damage counter is worth 10 damage points. 3 is 30. The trainer cards are cool because they can really change the game. Even though trainer cards can only be played once.
First, player B. The first 4 fighting, then Diglett, 2 fighting energies, Switch, fighting energy, Machop, then 2 fighting energies, Machop, Machoke, 2 more fighting energies, and finally a Pokédex. They put out friends. Go below. In baseball, bad news. Protected by switching it with list.
In the same spot on the Pokemon card where it says, it'll say something like, stay stronger, more powerful form.
This video is intercut with a bunch of ads for Pokemon, and they are really weird. The weirdest ones are these. There's like 5 of them, and they follow these kids, and they're in black and white, and they are completely silent. And during all of these kids will talk about their lives and what Pokemon means to them.
And how much fun it is.
My name is Brian, and I'm 11 years old. I think Pokemon's...
Why is this an anti-smoking ad?
Yeah, why is this like a
Because they both
PSA?
have trading cards. And it's like soccer, because they both have leagues. And it's like bowling.
Why is he bowling?
There's nothing like bowling.
This is so scary.
This is terrifying.
So surreal.
Yeah.
Like, it's like a nightmare. Or like...
It is a nightmare. It's a PSA nightmare.
Yeah, it's like a drug PSA. Like, there's no background music. It's black and white. It looks like something from like an art film. And all of these kids claim to have lots of friends, but we see them all alone. All of them are alone.
Right. Yeah.
It's like purgatory.
No, exactly. Like, it's this weird hell that they're all trapped in, where it's a monochrome purgatory, where they're just, I like Pokemon a lot, and this is my interest.
Yeah, there's
when I was alive.
The last kid, the kid who was at the beach, I think he was the scariest one.
My name's Miles. I think of myself as a Pokemon philosopher. After all, the game is like life.
Holy shit!
Why did they cut the sound out for that part?
There's a time for basics and a time to evolve. Oh, and there's a time to win.
We need to look up who this kid is and how many people has he murdered. You know what it makes me think about? There were a lot of parents in the 90s that when Pokemon got big, they accused it of promoting Satanism and promoting the devil. Yeah. And I've never understood it until now. Yeah. There's even a point where the girl is swimming and you can see an upside down cross.
Clearly.
And, yeah, I mean, and I know that's a thing pools have, but is just so fitting. And at some point, there's multiple ones on screen.
They're so well positioned too. They're like really like clearly in frame, like in between her and the rest of the lanes in the pool. There's an upside down cross, like the justice symbol. Like,
yeah, you could. Oh my god, you could totally put like creepy music underneath all these ads.
My name is Kelly, and I'm 8 years old. I like to play in the playground and play Pokemon.
I think Pokemon's a lot like baseball.
Hello? Hello?
We also have the third part of the video, which is a match between Parent A and Parent B.
Seeking Waterfall now. Congratulations! Your attack just did 30 damage to Machop for your first Pokemon knockout. Yeah. Alright, player B.
I feel like these two are flirting through this, and I don't like it.
No, see. No. See, your cards are your cards. His are his. Actually, what's his is mine. Okay, but for the game, you just take it.
Okay, they're clearly
They're gonna
They're gonna fuck after this, yeah. They're gonna fuck after this.
There's this girl looking over the match, and she's a young girl who's, I guess, a Pokemon expert.
Right.
And she seems so annoyed by these two.
So condescending.
So Staryu has one attack called Slap. That does 20 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. So go ahead and attack, Pyrenees.
Staryu, Slap.
Wow, she was like, I can't deal with this. I can't believe I'm doing this shit. They'll make a move and like be happy that they did something right, and they'll cut to her just looking like she hates being
She's
here.
just rolling her eyes.
We don't know if these are actors and this was like a funny thing that the people making this video came up with. Like, oh, she'll act a little bit annoyed, and that's funny because she knows everything and they know nothing. But that's a weird thing to come up with for this video. And if they're not actors and they're real people, it's weird that they kept it in the video. We don't know what's happening. We are so perplexed. We have lots of questions, and most of them are not about Pokemon.
Now that you know how to play Pokemon,
I don't.
Yeah, I've not learned anything.
So, Nico, would you recommend people go on YouTube and watch this?
Absolument.
This is 25 minutes, which it feels longer than that.
It really does. I was like, is this like
but
it
is so perplexing that is kind of fun.
It's an interesting thing, yeah.
So I would say look it up on YouTube and give it a watch if you want to be just extremely confused. So, looks like we're both giving you the terrible advice to go watch this.
Waste your time.
Yes, please do. We're done.
Cool.
Gotta catch 'em all, gotta catch 'em all, Pokemon!